Hey, I'm curious on how, based on how this league was pitched to you, to come to US and to be a coach in this league, based on what you heard then, having just completed your first year in this league, what met expectations, what kind of may have exceeded expectations, didn't meet expectations, kind of how are you thinking about what the first league in pro volleyball federation would be?
Well, on a personal note, I think we ourselves didn't meet our expectations in terms of what we wanted to do in the court. Our main goal was trying to make the playoffs and be in this top four. So that didn't fill our expectations, but that's something that we'll look back on it, and it's our fault, and it's something that we can control. So we're going to look back at it and see where can we get better for next season. Other than that, I thought it was amazing, an incredible experience. I need to take my hat off for our office department, the people that work not in the gym, in the volleyball, that put up a show every single night that we came here to the arena. I was speaking right after the game, a couple of the fans and people that I've got to know through the year, and my main thing was like, I think Columbus has the best crowd. I think we have the best people. And because we have the best people, we create the best atmosphere out there. So I think that exceeded our expectations coming into it, starting from inaugural day where we had almost 8,000 people there, and this was rocking, And even today on a game that didn't matter for anybody, not for them, not for us, people came and support, even having a crew game next to here in, 300 meters, team that just won the MLS and it's playing the Champions League final, CONCACAF Champions final. So for the gym to be like it was today, it's a credit to all the people that don't work in the gym, So again, hats off to them. I thought they exceeded everything they could with the time we had to build the league. And I'm really looking forward for where the league is headed. 3 teams heading up next year. Hopefully we have a group that repeats and people start to identify themselves with this group in Columbus. And, we'll add some other pieces and hopefully sit here next year saying that today we clinched the playoffs, So that's our goal from now on. We're going to take a couple of days off to evaluate and recover. And after that, we're hands on to work, build a better team for this city. This city deserves a better team from us and a better effort for us. I thought they supported us the whole year, and we're going to get to work to give them something special next season.
Obviously, you saw throughout this year a lot of roster changes, some in your control, some not in your control. How important for success is stability and chemistry, especially when it comes to roster construction?
Yeah, I think building a team requires time. I think stability is it's something that we will need in the long run. I thought this year we were trying to find the right pieces to make it work. It was really tough for me, the recruiting process, being an outsider, not knowing as many athletes as maybe the other coaches know or all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, I thought we learned a lot this year, and we're going to use all those lessons moving forward. But as you said, we're going to try to keep us a core of 5-6 players and add things that we might have been missing, this year. But stability is important, and I think chemistry, it's more important than anything in a team sport like this, So for me, volleyball is the ultimate team sport, and to be the best team, you have to have the best chemistry, And I think with the roster changes, because of injuries, because of my personal decisions, I think stability there in the middle of the season, we were kind of shaky, and it cost us 7 games in a row, and that's why we might not be here talking about playoffs. So that's something we will sit back and analyze, and moving forward, hopefully we do a better recruiting process in the beginning, and we will have to go through less changes along the road. So I believe in chemistry, but I believe chemistry gets built on a daily basis. And I thought we set the foundations for the culture that we want to create here in Columbus. And hopefully next year, whoever comes in buys into it, and we'll go from there.
For players, I'm curious, what has this league, I mean, obviously, putting together, you have to put together a product, right? And it seems fast and furious process here. What did this league do well to, make sure that you guys were as comfortable or as, in a player-led league as this? What worked well? What didn't work well? What are you looking into year two and being like, yeah, this may have not been the best, and this is what I want to see improve heading into year two? Is there a list of topics or things like that?
Okay. I'm going to keep echoing what Angel said. Just a big thank you to all the people that worked behind the scenes to produce what we see up there, right? Because Megan's played abroad, I played abroad as well. There's something special about an American sports league, right? There's something sparkle about the production value, about the show, right? And I think we did a really fantastic job of giving volleyball a showcase and putting on a show for people and showing everyone what this sport can be capable of. Obviously, in starting a league from ground up, there's little ticky-tacky little details, but again, we're all professionals. We understand this project and what it's attempting to achieve. So it's all hands pulling in the same direction. I really am very happy with how things went in the first year, and it can only continue to improve for the second. And all three of us have played abroad plenty, and so we can tell you there's plenty of funny things that happen in any season, in stateside or in Europe or even further afield.
Do you feel that, there's things that can be improved. Do you feel that support though, in terms of whether it's time, energy, money is being supported so that in year two, this product, whether it's here in Columbus or league-wide, can, continue? And because it seems to me, it's a lot of talk about the future, right? It's not a 1 year, 2 year league. It's, how long can this last?
Yeah, I think since the time I was in college, I think I played at Penn State, which was a really good volleyball school, and we had immense support then. And when you get a fan that comes in and said, "Hey, this is my first volleyball match," I loved it. I'm addicted to it. It was addicting to watch. It's so high level, energetic, really fast paced. And I think that has stayed true till now. That was 15 years ago that I had that first conversation. And I think the same thing is true here with fans that are from Columbus, fans that are in Omaha, that Nebraska knows volleyball. It's a volleyball state. I think everyone can say if they've been to a volleyball match for the first time that they're addicted to it and they want to come back and they want to support because it's new, it's different, it's not something that they're used to, and they're not used to seeing women at this high of a level compete and provide a product that is so addictive, I guess you could say, or so energetic and fast-paced and really exciting to watch, whereas they're used to men being super athletic, doing crazy things, whereas now we have done a great job. This whole league has done a great job of showcasing how important it is to give women a chance and how important it is to show that women are doing different things, but just as exciting and just as athletic and just as enticing, I guess, of a sport as any men's sport.
Follow-up question for Jenna. Having played abroad, having played in Athletes Unlimited, not the same experience, what does it mean to have gotten to play this season at Chennai from your home?
Oh gosh, yeah. You're gonna get me all teary again. Like you said, playing abroad and playing in Athletes Unlimited, those have both been wonderful experiences for me. But being able to do this sport on this sort of stage to show my mom, like, look, Mom, we made it. We were even just chuckling this morning about driving to club tournaments when I was 14, 15 years old, and how we wouldn't have dreamed this was even possible for me personally or for the sport as a whole, however long ago that was. And so I think if we can continue to inspire other girls that were, that are that age now, I think that's absolutely fantastic, and show them what's possible. Like Megan said, that women's sports is something powerful, amazing, and beautiful. And we can continue to spread that message that women everywhere are those things as well.
For the players or either, what do you think has to happen in the off season, whether it's at the Summer's Olympics or during the fall of college season, for this league to really seize the momentum so that we can be talking about the excitement going to 2025?
Obviously, there's a ton of volleyball events this summer. The Olympics is huge, and before this league and for Athletes Unlimited, the Olympics was the only time that people actually witnessed court volleyball. So I think continuing to build that excitement, a rising tide lifts all boats. Whether you're excited for the Olympics, for the NCAAs, for Athletes Unlimited, for any other volleyball product, I think that will only further interest in the general sporting public in our sport and what we do. And when they come looking for us, we're going to be here and we're going to be able to put on a show like we have this year, except, just pushing that limit a little bit higher every year.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think, like Jenna said, the amount of volleyball that's coming up in the next 365 days, including our playoff, including, the Olympics, VNL, like there is immense amount of volleyball that can be watched. And having been on the national team for quite some time and knowing some of the players that are still there right now and knowing how hard they work to try and fight gold, obviously they're defending a gold medal. I think that's important to reiterate, is that the gold medal is in the US right now. And to not have, it's incredible to have a team that is quite literally ranked #1 in the world and not have it be a massive sport like it should be, that it will be in the future. I think is just a testament to how important volleyball will be and can be, because the national team, we are ranked #1 and not a lot of people know that. And I think that's like why, like I said before, people enjoy volleyball, and I think volleyball people enjoy volleyball. Obviously, we know that the Olympics are coming. We know the players on the team, but to get to be on a international stage like the Olympics, to have them succeed and get a gold medal can only, further the agenda of what we're trying to do here. And so continuing to support in any way that we possibly can, whether that's NCAA volleyball as well too, like that had an incredible season last year, obviously having Texas win and us having the ability to have Asia on our team really brought, some popularity to the sport and to our team specifically. But again, just trying to catch momentum where we can and know that America is really, 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 really good at volleyball, and the men's side too. Like they're very good, and we should support a team that's #1 in the world, and not just volleyball. Like we're really good at volleyball, so we should be acknowledging that, and we should get support for that.
Exactly. Obviously, we're going to improve the Columbus Fury. Obviously, we're going to advance the objectives of the league, but this project it's about a lot more than that. It's about the sport, and it's about women's sports in general, and we'll only be pushing for that. It can only help with all the exposure.
And is there something, as far as Columbus is concerned, is there something about your team that you've seen over the last few weeks that says we can build off of that going into next season? That's something we can work with.
Yeah, I thought other than that stretch where we were kind of unstable and lost a couple of games there, I thought we played really high level volleyball. I thought we ended up playing good. We beat Atlanta, we beat Grand Rapids, we beat Orlando, and we were in a streak there. And we had a tough outing in Atlanta, which we played them really good and ended up losing at the end. We went to Omaha and played a pretty decent game there that, again, in details ended up costing us. But I thought the base of what we want to build is here. We're going to, again, sit back, let all the emotions and all that settle, and go watch numbers, go watch film, and see what things we did good and what things we want to get better. But I think we have a good core here with one or two pieces that we missed this year because I didn't recruit the right way or because we got injured along the way. I think if we had those pieces, we have something special. We had so many injuries this year. It was crazy. But again, it's something for us to sit back and analyze and think why all these injuries happened to us. So it's going to be a fun process the next 2 months, and hopefully by the end of the summer we should have our team at least settle the main group of our team and then build from that. I thought we arrived to the season in a terrible shape. Like all the players arrived not in the best of shape, and I think it took us a little bit of time to get in it, and I think that was part of the process. So moving forward, I think when we have a core now and a group that you want to repeat, you want to send them home on their vacation now with a project, and with things to do. So when next year comes and preseason arrives, we're better physically to adjust to what's coming. So I think that's somewhere where we can get better. Me, myself, I can be way better. I thought it was a learning process for me, and I got to learn a lot during this year, and I thought I'd take all those lessons, and I will be a better coach next year, and I will be a better leader for this group next year. So I think we have what we need, and most of all, we have what was out there. I don't think anybody else has it. I thought we had an amazing, and I keep repeating, an amazing core of group of fans that now I was standing on the sideline and I kind of recognize faces. Now the people that come to every game, I don't know their names, but I know the faces and I know that they're supporting. So we're creating a fan base. And I think not other team that I went, and we traveled the whole US, had that. So I think that's something special to build on. And then from the inside, we just got to do a better job of presenting a better volleyball product out there. But do we have the pieces? I think we have. I think we have a couple of young players that exploded this year. I thought Reagan had an amazing season, came out of the shell. When we drafted that girl, she said she wanted to retire and quit volleyball, and then you see her, what she's done. It gives you hope, moving forward. What this girl did for us, coming out of a pregnancy, 2 years without playing, her baby turns 1 today. So, for her to do all the sacrifice that she did to be here, to represent her city, the best way possible. What Jenna did for us, coming here injured and trying to get surgery and battle through it, because this is what she really believes in. So I think there's a lot of good things out there that we're going to sit back and analyze and build from there. So, yeah, that's that.
I know you may have gotten into this a little bit, but obviously there's going to be, I remember, 3 more teams active in this league. There's probably going to be teams calling for players, right? And what is your pitch in terms of roster retention? In terms of, okay, this is why you should continue to stay in Columbus and to be a part of this team, not only for its first year but moving forward.
Well, hopefully with our players, I'm hoping we did the job. And we did a good job for them, and we don't have to convince them that this is the right place for them to stay. Hopefully, you never know. Players say something to you in your face, and when you turn, there's another thing said. But I think we try to be respectful with them, provide them a good place where they can be themselves and develop and become better volleyball players and better humans. And I think I don't have to convince anybody to stay here, I hope. What I do have to convince is those people that have not been here, that don't know what we do in here, that don't know how we handle things. And hopefully, I think our best promotion is word of mouth. And I'm hoping that the word out there is that we're doing things the right way in Columbus. Although we didn't get the results we wanted, at least we're doing the process and the journey the right way. And hopefully that attracts some other players that, for example, this year said no to me. Because who are you? What do you do? I don't know you. So I had that problem while recruiting. So hopefully a couple of those players now think, hey, maybe Columbus is doing the right thing and they're doing the right job. And I might analyze now Columbus as a possibility for me. So I'm hoping that the players that we want to keep had a fun year and want to stay, and add those 4 or 5 players that could make us jump to that next level.
For any of you, I know the objective is winning, but is there an overall, because it's the first season, a sense of relief that you guys were able to get a season out there, that you were part of something very special, being part of the first group, and maybe you have inspired some people along the way?
Obviously, we've left a lot of unfinished business, and that's really disappointing, right? Both personally and as a team. But I know I take comfort in the fact that this is bigger than any single one person of us. This is bigger than any one of us. So I could keep talking about this. It's a project, right? Obviously, though, that theme of unfinished business is going to sit over the course of the off season. But I think we did something special here, even if it wasn't exactly what we had hoped.
All right, thank
Yeah.
you guys so much.
No, I believe the same. I was speaking to the players before the game, and one of the things I said to them, it's like, you're 98. There's 7 teams. You're 98 women out of 310,000 people that play the sport in the U.S. So that's 0.03%. the women that play volleyball that get to enjoy what they enjoy out there. So I thought it was something special. Without them, impossible. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity, and I don't regret any decision I made. And I'm looking forward to building a championship team here in Columbus for next year and the upcoming year. So if Columbus wants us back, we'll be back, and we have a debt with the city, and we'll work as hard as we can to pay that debt.
And one quick point, guys, and just, you both, coach of course too, but you both were asked to step up and do a lot to represent this franchise and get it off the ground, and we couldn't have had better spokespeople. Okay, so thank you for all the work you did this year. Okay.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Gabby, you got anything? Nothing, Gabby?
No? This is my daughter.
I wanted to ask a question. What's your question? What did you get me for my birthday?
Yeah.